Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, January 17th, 2019. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. The concession on barrels coming into the country for the Christmas season ended on Tuesday, January 15th, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Port Authority, Bishan John, is reporting that declared more barrels during this period when compared to last year. As we hear in this report from Larissa Pugsley-Kidd, there are still more barrels waiting to be collected from the ports, but they will now attract the full price declare.
Just over 18,000 barrels were reportedly cleared during the barrels concession period, which ran from November 11 to January 15. This figure is said to be more than previous years, and according to Chief Executive Officer of the SVG Port Authority, Bishan John, the majority came from Canada, which has pushed the annual figure to more than 34,000 barrels.
So all in all, we did pretty well during the concession period. Additionally, our year-to-date figure showed that we are above the numbers for 2016 and 2017 in 2018. Well, in 2017, we'd have done about, in total, 34,000 barrels in the annum, the whole year. And this year, 2018, we're looking at about 36,000. So increasing 2,000 barrels, but that's just over the year. That's it, over the entire year.
The government extended the concession period, which the Port Authority chief said was decided after there were some delays in shipment from various ports.
We did have some vessels, some that were unable to come on time, so we did have some delays, hence the extension. We had a vessel that had a mechanical problem, and because of that, some cargo had to be delayed in Trinidad. We also had some industrial action in some countries that would have delayed some transshipment to St. Vincent. But in all, we were able to get almost all of the barrels out by the 31st.
For those persons who missed out on the concession period, which ended on Tuesday, the Port Authority chief said they will now have to pay the full duty for clearance of their barrels. John said all the temporary locations have also been closed, and persons can contact their agents or call the Port Authority hotline to make queries.
Ports would send barrels, and for one reason or another, they send them, but they haven't traveled, or they were unable to travel, so they weren't able to clear themselves. But it's not a significant portion that we see. You do come on the 16th to 17th, yes, your full fees could be applicable.
And what's the full fee?
The full fee varies. Your custom fee would vary based on the items that you bring in. There's some fees that could be 45% of the value, 55%. So it's a very wide-ranging structure. But it's well documented, and customs utilize their Execute Award program to have it done swiftly.
Reporting for SVG-TV News, I am Larissa Pugsley-Kidd.
Education officials today commenced a training consultancy to see how best they can enhance support services for students in the Technical Vocational Education TVET programs. The Caribbean Development Bank, the CDB, is funding the TVET programs, and its consultant, Dr. Jacqueline Austin, told those in attendance that they have done great thus far with the TVET programs, which have seen individuals expanding their knowledge and skills. However, there is need for more support services.
We should be committed to all students, whether they're pursuing academic or vocational subjects. I believe that we should commit ourselves to empowering, enlightening, and engaging our at-risk students. We must peel away the shroud of negativity that cloaks the potential of these students. We must never allow the fallacy of TVET being a second-class educational pursuit to become our reality. On the contrary, we must reject, refute, and retire the misguided misconceptions that if you cannot use your head, you must.
TVET programs are now offered in the Grenadines, and according to Chief Education Officer Acting Elizabeth Walker, the Ministry of Education is in full support of the expansion programs.
Technical and vocational education and training has the potential to rapidly transform the Vincentian economy and to be the game changer in our country's future development. The Ministry of Education is cognizant of the critical role that student support services play in the learning outcomes of individuals, and was very happy to receive the funding from the Caribbean Development Bank for consultancy services to enhance student support services for technical and vocational education and training in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Chamber of Industry and Commerce is assisting with the student support services. Tomorrow, the consultants will meet with TVET students to hear from them what are their needs and concerns in order to arrive at a complete enhancement program. The Taiwanese embassy has signed an agreement with SVG-TV parent company, SVG Broadcasting Corporation, to bring a television drama series, The New World, to the Vincentian public. The series, which will commence airing on 1st February, will highlight some of Taiwanese culture. Taiwanese Ambassador Calvin Ho expressed gratitude to the management of SVGBC for the partnership to have the drama series aired on SVG-TV.
The drama actually definitely is a part of cultural exchange, in cultural exchange format. And one of our most important work in the embassy definitely will be cultural exchange, because through cultural exchange, they can make people know each other much easier. So through, sometimes I would say art could be presented in various forms, like you said, music, paintings, some others, opera. But we sometimes say that movie is very important. Movie, we call that the eighth art. But actually, movie is probably one of the most easiest way for people to learn, the feeling, the expression of that certain masterpiece.
The New World television drama series is aired in several countries around the world. Marketing manager of SVGBC, Keisha Billingy, says SVGBC is happy to partner with the Taiwanese embassy to air the drama series locally.
We, through our platform, SVG-TV, will bring the Taiwanese culture to you in the form of a drama series. And even though it's a Taiwanese production, it would actually be in English. So this would make it much easier for most Vincentians who doesn't speak Taiwanese. Right, the program consists of 24 episodes, which will be aired at SVG-TV Fridays from 8 to 9 p.m. and repeated Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. The first episode will commence on February, and this is the beginning of what we hope to be a successful partnership with the embassy, the ROC embassy. And me personally, I am looking forward to this series. I read a little insight on what the series is about, and I love series, so I was already hooked, and I just can't wait to see what is going to happen. So I am excited, and I am looking forward. February 1st, 8 to 9 p.m., SVG-TV. Tune in.
The role of social media in business. That is the topic participants will debate in the first annual National Corporate Public Speaking Championship, to be hosted by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Toastmaster Club. The championship will be held at the Girl Guides headquarters from the 23rd of February to the 13th April 2019. In an interview with SVG-TV today, Deputy Chairperson Francesca Burnham Uno explained the 3 different phases of the championship.
There will be 3 rounds to this championship, to this competition. The first round is the preliminary round, and there all staff members of the various companies who are interested will be speaking, and from there they will be then whittled down to then come the semifinals, where just 10 of those persons from the preliminaries will be speaking, and then from the semifinals come the finals about a month or so later than that, where it's whittled down once again to 5 persons who will be speaking. Now, from each company, each firm, or each business place, we are allowing a maximum of 2 members of your staff to enter this championship.
Chairperson of the National Corporate Public Speaking Championship, Alex Miller, encouraged business places to have their employees participate in the championship.
We're going to encourage all business places to participate in this inaugural event. You're going to see the fruits of your reward. We can guarantee you, because one of the things that we really want to do is to work with the contestants. So we are asking business places to return the contestant profile bio at least by the 1st of February, so we can know the contestants that we're working with, and we intend to meet with them and give them some tips and help them along the way, so that by the time the preliminaries get here on the 23rd of February, they'll be ready. And we're also asking the business places, don't just send your contestants, come out and see them and support them.
Miller said the main reason why Toastmasters is hosting the championship is to give employees who work in different business places the opportunity to enhance their public speaking skills.
I went to a funeral, and as I was sitting in the audience there, a young man was called to give a poem for his friend, his deceased friend, and he was just shivering and shaking, and I said, Lord, that was me. And that is one of the reasons why, because of what Toastmasters has done for many of us, we have decided to give back to the community this way. So Toastmasters is what we are drawing from, our experience in Toastmasters, and we're targeting business places, explaining to them that we can help your staff be more eloquent communicators. That's the reason why we're doing this.
The newest Coast Guard vessel, Captain Hugh Mulzac, will be commissioned on Monday, January 21st, 2019 at 1:30 p.m. at the cruise ship terminal in Kingstown. The commissioning ceremony, which is expected to be one of pomp and pageantry, will feature several military procedures, including parade handover, march on of the troops, march on of ensign and breaking of commissioning pennant, and raising of the ensign. Remarks will be delivered by Commissioner of Police Colin John, Executive Director of the Regional Security System, the RSS, Captain Arrington Shawland, and Minister of Finance Camilla Gonsalves. The feature address will be delivered by Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Rav Gonsalves. Police here are investigating the circumstances surrounding a shooting incident in Trigger Ridge Redemption Shops today, which left a teen hospitalized with multiple gunshot wounds. As we hear in this report from Larissa Pugsley Kidd, one resident is appealing for increased police patrols in the area.
19-year-old Romano Providence, a resident of Redemption Sharps, was shot multiple times by an unknown assailant around 10 a.m. today. He was rushed to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital and was admitted to the intensive care unit ICU, where he is currently receiving medical attention. When our team arrived at the scene in Redemption Sharps, the police were gathering evidence. There was blood stain on the road, a slipper, and a spent shell. One resident who spoke with us off camera recalled what he heard and saw.
I heard 4 gunshots, and when I ran up to the road, I saw a guy on the ground, and he said, "They shot me." And then some people was trying to help him, and then a van came up, a higher van, and they took him and carried him to the hospital. So that's about all I see.
The residents said there have been many shooting incidents in the community and that there is a need for increased police patrols in the area.
I heard shooting before. One time a guy ran down in my yard here too, but I never really knew who the person was. I think they need more police patrol up here because a lot of shooting going on in this place.
The police are now seeking the assistance from members of the general public with information that will aid in the investigation and prosecution of the perpetrators. Persons are asked to contact the ACP in charge of crime at 456-1339 or officer in charge CID at 456-1810 or any police station. Reporting for SVG-TV News, I am Larissa Pugsley Kidd.
Meanwhile, the police are investigating an incident of attempted arson that occurred at Bay Hill Kindergarten about 2 weeks ago. The police say preliminary investigations have revealed that some unknown person or persons with intent to commit the offense of arson did an act that was more than merely preparatory to the commission of the offense by setting the porch of a 53-year-old resident of Bay Hill on fire. The police are seeking the assistance from members of the general public with information that will aid with the investigation and the prosecution of the perpetrator or perpetrators. Persons are asked to contact the ACP in charge of crime at 784-456-1339 or officer in charge of CID at 784-456-1810 or any police station.